Broadcasting from the OCTV studios, this is From the Third Eye. Now, please welcome your host, Hunter Parker.
I'm Hunter Parker, and this is From the Third Eye, episode 21. Holy crapola. Can you believe that it's episode 21 already? I can't. Holy. What? Anyhow, today we have a jam-packed show for you today, and we got a bashing zone to get to as well. So let's get right into it with no delays here, folks. Before we get into that, though, I do want to let you guys know the website is finally back online. I finally found a web host that I really like that the site is using, which is infinityfree.net. The website for the show now is fromthethirdeye.rf.gd is the new website. It's been updated a little bit to reflect the changes. Check it out. I'll give it to you again at the end of the show. And the bashing zone has something to do with the web hosting journey I've been on, trying to find someone to host the website. And I'll tell you how all that went in a little bit. But speaking of web hosting, let me ask you guys a question. Do you have a small business or something, or maybe a website, and you want email for your website, but your web host just does not support email accounts for your domain name? Well, a lot of web hosts, unfortunately, do not support email accounts, email sending and receiving on your domain name. HelioHost is one of the exceptions of that. However, if you are using a free web host and you want email for your domain name, as long as you are able to edit the settings for your domain's DNS settings, you can do it very easily for free. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how it works. Now, don't worry about writing all this stuff down. I am in the process of adding a blog to the website for the show, where I'll post things after the show has been published. Any instructions for tutorials, things like that, so you can follow along on the blog as well. But I'll give you the rundown of how it works right now. So all you need to do is use a website called ImproveMX. That's IMPROV without the E at the end. MX. So the website is improvemx.com. It's free to sign up. You just put in your domain name. So, for example, I've already done it with this show for the website. So you put in, for example, fromthethirdeye.rf.gd, put in your email address. Make sure it's a Gmail address if you can. And make sure you confirm your email address with the confirmation they send you. Click on the link to do that. And then what you need to do is you need to set up your domain to work with ImproveMX. So basically what that does is it will forward any emails sent from any of your aliases that you create through ImproveMX to your Gmail account. That part's the easy part. All you would do is it gives you step-by-step instructions how to configure your domain name. I'm not going to go into that here, but the instructions are there. You'll know when it's fully been configured and it takes effect, because they will send you an email to let you know that your domain has been successfully added correctly. Once that's ready to go, you're able to receive emails. You can go to your aliases and create your email addresses there. So, for example, my email address is hunter@fromthethirdeye.rf.gd. So if you want to be able to send emails from your alias that you've created, or aliases if you have more than one, I believe with the free account you can have up to 25 aliases at a time. So if you want more, you'd either have to upgrade your plan or delete an alias and create a new one. Now, if you upgrade your plan, which is, I believe it's $9 a month, you can use their servers to send mail. You don't have to use Gmail to send your mail, but we're going to focus on Gmail right now because that's what I'm doing. It's very easy to set up. They do have a guide on their website as well on how to do it if you want to look at that. But it's pretty simple. The first thing you need to do is go to your Google account security settings. The easiest way to get there is to go to security.google.com. And you're going to need to enable two-factor authentication, which basically you probably have seen this type of a feature on some services where if it suspects that someone is maliciously trying to get into your account, it will send you a code via text message to your phone. And then you can log in with that code, and then that proves that you're the actual account holder. So you'll set that up. And then once that's set up, you'll know because you should get an email from Google saying that your phone number has been added for two-factor authentication, and you'll get another one that says that it's turned on. You should also get a notification in your Gmail app if you use that as well. The next thing you're going to want to do is to create an app password. Now, this feature is actually an old feature of Google that's not supported anymore. So technically the feature could go away at any time, although they, from what I understand, have no plans of doing that anytime soon. And that basically is a password to your account that you can use for apps and things that still use your app passwords. You don't have to write the password down. You just copy and paste it into the whatever app you're using. Now, because it's a feature that's not supported anymore, there is no option in the security settings that will take you to that. You'll have to know the actual URL to the app password section, which is security.google.com/ what was it? I think it's /security/settings/app password. If you look at the guide on ImproveMX's website, they do have a direct link to that section. Or if you check it out on our new blog that will be coming very soon, I'll have a post there about that. I will include a link to that as well, since I might have messed up on the link. So don't remember what I said because I might have messed it up. But I'll include a link for you guys as well to get there. Once you generate your app password, so you'll enter a name of what you want it to be called. So for example, website, email, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Once you generate the password, you'll get a email letting you know that the password was generated. Copy the password that it shows on the screen, and then the next thing you're going to need to do is add your account, your ImproveMX alias, to Gmail so you can use it as a sender. And that's where the app password comes in. How you do that, all you need to do is go to your Gmail settings, not your settings for your actual Google account itself, but your Gmail settings. So you'll hit on the menu in Gmail, you'll hit settings and then hit view all settings, and then you'll go to accounts and import tab and then hit the link that says add an email address you own. And then the first thing you're going to want to do is fill in the information for your address. So you'll put in your name, which by default, it should be whatever your name is on Gmail. But you can obviously change that if you want. So if let's say you have a business, if you don't want it to say Hunter Parker, for example, you could say, let's say Facebook customer service, for example, just an example. You could do whatever you want. Obviously, the email address will be your ImproveMX alias. So, for example, in my case, hunter at fromthethirdeye.rf.gd. Make sure you uncheck the box that says treat as alias. You don't want it to do that, so uncheck that. Hit next. And then you're going to want to enter the SMTP settings, which by default, it's going to try to use ImproveMX, but you don't want it to do that. So the SMTP server is Gmail, so you'll do smtp.gmail.com. The port drop-down box, leave that alone, don't touch that. Your username will be your Gmail address, your full Gmail address. Like, for example, let's say your Gmail address is www, for example. So www@gmail.com. So you put that in there. Your password would be the app password you created earlier. And then make sure it's set to use TLS, not SSL, which it's using TLS by default. Hit next. If it was successful, you should get an email from Gmail to your ImproveMX address, which obviously will forward to your Gmail, with a link you need to click on to confirm that you want the address used as a sender. Once you confirm by clicking the link, you're all set and you're ready to go. All the steps are completed. So if you want to send an email from your ImproveMX address, all you would do is select it from the list of addresses that are populated in the From field. By default, it's set to your Gmail address, of course. You can go in back to your email addresses, where you went to import and whatever that you were there, the screen you were at before where you added the address. You can set it as your default if you want, but by default your Gmail is still default. So select the address and then you can send away from it, and that's how it goes. That's how you do it. It's pretty easy. Like I said, once I get the blog up and running, I will make a post there with the instructions as well. And you can always, of course, go to ImproveMX.com and find the instructions there as well, with a direct link to the app password section of your Google account. So that's how that works. It's pretty easy. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. It uses Gmail's server, SMTP, instead of ImproveMX. Now, if you wanted to use ImproveMX's SMTP, you would have to upgrade your plan. It's $9 a month, like I said, for their premium plan. You can upgrade at any time if you would like. You don't have to, of course. So there you go. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do, though, is once you create your account, I would do it before you set up your domain to work. Go to your account settings and make sure you set a password in your account. That way you can easily log back in if you need to. Otherwise, if you don't set up a password in your account, you can log in by clicking a link and having they call it a magic link, a login link sent to your email. You can log in with that if you wish, but it'd be easier to set up a password if you want. You can set that up in your account settings. So that's how that works. I hope I explained it as best as I could. Obviously, that's what I have set up for the show's website now, so it does work. I've tested it out, and it works like a charm. So if anybody contacts me regarding the show or anything, I'll be able to respond to you by email using the website's address, which I've always wanted to be able to do that, but with Alta Vista, I couldn't. That's one of the reasons why I switched. And Infinity Free doesn't natively support email accounts. They used to back in the day, but people were abusing it and causing problems and spamming people with it, so they got rid of it. But you can still utilize it with ImproveMX. That's how I found out about it. So there you go with that. Now, moving on, we have the bashing zone now, and speaking of web hosting, this is what I'm going to talk about on the bashing zone today. Ever since I decided a couple weeks ago to move the website from Alta Vista to somewhere else, not that I had any issues with Alta Vista, but I wanted to change of scenery, and I wanted to do something different. So I've been on the search for web hosting for the show, and at first I found a website called Aeon Free, AEON free.com. Don't write that down because they're a bunch of what? Excuse my French. I'll explain why. So I set up an account with them. I created the hosting account with them, which the website was fromthirdeye.hstn.me was the website that I had. And I remember I was confused on how to set up the SSL certificate, which is a good idea to do if you're using web hosts. Most web hosts do it automatically, but Aeon Free does not. Infinity Free doesn't either. But I didn't know how to set up the SSL certificate so it would show up as https://whatever. And so I posted on their support forums about how to do that. And not long after I submitted my message to them about asking how to set that up, I noticed that when I went to log into the account, it said that my website was suspended due to abuse. And I'm thinking, how is it suspended due to abuse? I haven't even uploaded the website yet. So I don't understand how that's possible. Now, they claim that it was a system glitch when I contacted them and finally got somebody to get a hold of me. They said it was a system glitch and that it was wrongfully suspended because the system had an issue. I know damn well that is complete BS because I've been told by other people that have talked to me about Aeon Free in their forums that when you ask for support, sometimes they don't want to help you, so they'll just suspend you for no reason because they can. And the guy that I talked to on the forums said it wasn't a system glitch. Don't let them make you think that it was, because it wasn't. They just did it because they didn't want to deal with you, even though you had a legit question, not knowing how to do something. So for them, I'm just going to say this. If you're going to run a business, whether it's a free web hosting site or not, whatever it is, at least send them an email when they're going to suspend you. They didn't even send me an email to let me know I was suspended. I had no idea until I logged in and checked, and I happened to see it. It was already been suspended for a couple days. So I finally got them to reactivate my account, and then I went ahead and deleted the whole thing. I knew about Infinity Free, so I went over there, and their service works a lot similar to Aeon Free. They use the same resources for servers. They use a company called iFastNet for their servers and web hosting. They're a reseller as well. So it works the same way. Their dashboard you log into to create your hosting accounts and things are set up almost the same. But at least with them, they're not going to suspend you for no reason. And if they do suspend you, you're going to get an email letting you know that you're suspended and why, and they'll give you an opportunity to fix the problem. If it is, again, if you accidentally violate their terms of service or something, they're going to give you a chance to correct that problem so they can reactivate your account so you can use it again. And so I really like Infinity Free. I like how their service works. The thing about Aeon Free that I didn't like as well is that it's full of ads. Their control panels are full of ads. It takes like 5 minutes just to go through ads to find what you're looking for to do whatever you want with your account. So that's ridiculous. I mean, Infinity Free has some ads too. I mean, that's how they pay for the free hosting, but not as many as Eon Free does. So if you're looking for web hosting, use Infinity Free. Don't use Eon Free. At least Infinity Free, when you post to their forums for help, they actually respond to you and are very happy to help you. They don't just suspend you because you asked for help. So infinityfree.net is the website. It's free. Check it out. That's all I have to say about that. They're just, I hope that iFastNet gets on them about that, because that's just wrong. You don't just suspend somebody because of abuse when they're not even doing anything. They haven't even uploaded the website yet. So, system glitch. Yeah, right. I'll believe that when I see it. So, there you go with that. So, I guess that's going to do it for this time around. We'll be back, of course, in a couple weeks for episode 22. If you have any comments or questions about the show, you can visit the show's website. From the Third Eye, all spelled out, .rf.gd is the website, the new website, which works very well, by the way. You can contact me there through the form on the page there. You can also find us on Amazon and Spotify. All the links are obviously still there on the podcast page. Check out my show. I've decided to rename my show and reformat a little bit. It's now called the Viz Podcast, Viz being Visually Impaired Zone. You can find that at The Viz, that's THEVIZ, .altervista.org. That's theviz.altervista.org. You can go there. There is episode 1 is there. Check it out. I was talking about the email stuff over there as well. You'll never know what you're going to hear on that show. Next week on the show, my show is weekly. Next week I'll have a guest on the show, my friend Matt from Wisconsin. He'll be on the show to talk about, he's trying to reconnect with an old friend of his, and he's using my show as a way to do just that, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to be a guest on my show, you can go to the show's website and apply. I'd be happy to bring you on. You can talk about whatever you want. So that's theviz.altervista.org. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Hunter Parker. We'll see you in a couple weeks for more From the Third Eye. Take care, everybody.